Namaste. I'm Samta Aunty, the founder and CEO of Virtual Preschool, where children have fun learning Hindi through English. Today, we are going to do some math problems in Hindi. More specifically, we're going to do multiplication problems. So this lesson is best suited for children who are about 8 years old and higher who are starting to learn multiplication and know multiplication up to their 20s. So let's get started. The first one we're going to start with kind of an easier one. Theen X Chaar. So first, make sure you translate those Hindi words into English. What numbers are those in English? And then do the math problem. Theen X Chaar. I'm going to give you a few seconds to figure out what those are in English. And if you get confused, then count. Use your Hindi counting to count. Ek, do, teen. Teen is 3. And chaar, ek, do, teen, chaar is 4. So the math problem is 3 times 4. So now I'm going to give you a few seconds to figure out, do your math, what is 3 times 4? All right, Theen times 4, Theen times chaar is 12. 12, and how do we say 12 in Hindi? I'm going to give you a few seconds to figure that out. All right, if you couldn't figure out what 12 is, then start using your counting. Ek, do, teen, chaar, पाँच, छः, सात, आठ, नौ, 10, 11, 12. 12 is 12. All right, let's keep going. Another one. 11 times 5. 11 times 5. So translate those two words into English. What numbers are those in English? All right, 11 times 5 is 11 times 5. 11 is 11, 5 is 5. So now we have 11 times 5. So now I'm going to give you a few seconds to figure out your math problem. What is 11 times 5? So 11 times 5 is 55. And now translate 55 into Hindi. Now not everyone might know how to count this high up in Hindi, and that's okay. So if you do, figure it out. If you don't, that's all right. Then we'll have a new goal to set, right? To get higher and higher in our counting. So 55 in Hindi is bachpan. Bachpan. All right, next problem. 19 times Saath. 19 times Saath. What are those two numbers translated into English? A few more seconds. All right, 19 times Saath is 19 times 7. 19 times 7. So now do their math problem. What is 19 times 7? All right, 19 times 7 is 133. 133. And how do we say that in Hindi? Now, not everybody will know how to do this, and that's okay. So the only part that I do want you to know is how to say the 100 part, because that's important. So 100 in Hindi is ek so. Ek so. So then we just add the rest on. So we have ek so, and then we have the number for 33 in Hindi. So we have 133. 133 is 100. Ek so is 100, and then 33. 133. All right, next problem. 6 times 16. 6 times 16. Translate those numbers from Hindi to English. All right, 6 times 16 is 6 times 16. 6 times 16. Now do your math problem. What is 6 times 16? All right, 6 times 16 is 96. 96 is 6 times 16. And how do we say 96 in Hindi? Again, if you know how to count that high up in Hindi, awesome. If you don't, that's okay. All right, we have 96. 96 is 96 in Hindi. 96. All right, next one. 15 times Saath. 15 times Saath. What is 15 times Saath translated into English? All right, 15 times Saath is 15 times 7. Now do the math problem. What is 15 times 7? Fifteen times 7 is 105. 105. And how do we say 105 in Hindi? Remember, what did I tell you about the 100 part? Everyone should know how to do this one. I told you how to the 100 part, and you already know how to say 5 in Hindi. So 100 and then add the 5. So we have 105. 105 is 105. 100 means 100, and 5, as you know, means 5. So we have 105. All right, very, very good work. Balle balle to you for doing some counting and math problems in Hindi with me today. I'll see you in class. See you later.